I just used a tractor to do gardening. Best day ever. In this video, it's a tractor. So this is a McCormick International MC135. I'm looking at stats in my other hand. It can be 4x2 or 4x4, but you see this has got double rear wheels on it at the moment because it works quite a lot on side slopes, and I think it adds stability as well as traction if you're pulling heavy stuff. It apparently has a 6-litre Perkins engine, which is nice. Perkins, a British company with factories all over the world. 132 horsepower, rated RPM 2200, 408 pound-foot of torque, which is 553 newton meters at 1400 RPM. Let's try and find out about the transmission, because I know nothing about tractors. This is all new to me. It has 16 forward and 12 reverse gears, a wet disc clutch, 4 power shift speeds in 4 ranges with power shuttle. Yeah, I don't really understand any of this, but I think the top speed is 24 miles an hour. So a speed machine it is not. We will not be doing a 0 to 60 mile an hour test. We are going to try and use it to move big pieces of wood around. So basically this is gardening on a very enjoyable scale. Won't get too close to the spikes. But yeah, as you can see, tractors tend to have a sort of a rocking beam axle sort of front suspension. Imagine that's a fuel tank, and clamber up, try and work out what on earth is going on here. So this is a 2004 model, and it's got all of the controls. So we've got these controls here, that control there, which I think is your super shift, and a drinks bottle. I don't know what that does. That looks like a diff lock. That looks like you another diff lock. Actually, that looks like you're locking the back diff, and that looks like the center diff. But really, who knows? There is a single wiper, sadly not pantographic, and the switch for it is up here, along with some heater and all important air conditioning controls. There is entertainment should you feel the need. And does it have a rear wiper? It does have a little rear wiper with its own little switch right here. So that's quite good. We'll have a play with that, obviously. It's a 2-seater, so it's built for romance. Oh, I see, that comes up and should lock in place somehow, but doesn't. Not to worry. Handbrake down there. So on here we've got indicators as you'd expect. Steering column adjust by the look of it. Beacon, hazard warning lights. Oh, it's a good mechanical relay sort of a noise. Sort of digital dashboard. Lights down here, glow plugs by the look of it. And that's your cab lights, I think, up above the cab. Many mirrors, so you can keep an eye on all the angry motorists behind you without issue. And I wonder what that it does. And yeah, you get 2 brake pedals. I assume that's the throttle, and you can de-link them, so just like on the older tractors, you can brake each wheel independently when you remove that link bar, which helps with tight turns and to get a bit of traction every now and then. It looks like a manual clutch. So yeah, my friend Nick, who's very kindly put me up for several nights here in New Zealand, is just about to start chopping that wood into slightly more manageable chunks, which is good because I need to go and get my in-tractor mounts. Right, hopefully that's the sound synced. Let's see if we can take this baby for a drive. Well, there we go. It's making all the right noises, and I'm not wearing my microphone. I do apologise. So we're going to go forwards. Oh, it doesn't like that. Is that handbrake? Oh, it was handbrake. There we go. Into second gear and off with the brakes. Oh, that's a low ratio. Yep, there we go. Make sure my forks are clearing, and I've got a hand throttle here. And apparently I can change range just by flicking a switch on this lever. So I'm flicking through different ranges. I'm still in second gear at the moment. And I've got to get it through this tiny gate ahead of us. And this is going to be interesting. Might slow it back down again. Make sure I don't hit it with the forks. God, this is tight. There we go. And we're away. And I can adjust the height of my bars on the front. Steering is super light. Try a different gear. Oh yeah, that feels we're making better progress now. Driving my tractor. I can't believe Nick had me drive through such a narrow gap. I mean, this thing is terrifyingly wide with the extra rubber on it. Oh, there's the wiper control, but no wash going on apparently. There's probably no screen wash. Joys of being a farm vehicle. We'll do a rear wiper test, don't you worry. Nice comfy ride. My seat is bouncing up and down quite nicely. Hear that big 6-cylinder engine? 6 litres was it? Makes a lovely noise. The air conditioning is working beautifully. Test the turning circle. Oh, look at that. Spins on the spot. Wow. That is manoeuvrable. Of course, I'm only just scratching the surface of what this tractor can do, really. I'm just merely driving it around a field. Oh, the sheep are running away from me already. Panicking the animals. Good times, it handles well, I reckon. I'm going to go for 4th. Oh yeah, that's very much your road gear there. That's the tallest of the ratios. It's back into 3rd, I think. There is a foot throttle as well, but I'm using the hand throttle, which I think offers a little more control. Oh yeah, all of the lock. So if I flicker into neutral for a bit, we'll see what we can do with this. So it goes up like that, and I can change the angle of the forks as well. So So you go down, if you just imagine trying to scoop up a bit of a log or something perchance. Oh, yeah, it's really difficult to do. And that's just the front loader. Imagine trying to use the rear bucket on something like this. We'll go back to second, I think. And Nick seems to have left me with the gate closed. That's a bad idea. Go back into forwards. So yeah, how slow can it go, I wonder? We'll go into first gear. That's all of the lows. That is super low, so on tick over I should just be able to come off the throttle, and that is it. That is a super low gear, so you could probably pull a house down with that. Get all of the lock. I can watch the front tyres down. Oh, we seem to have stopped. Maybe we're not actually in the gear I thought I was in. There we go. That is our actual low. So that's your precision gear. You can watch the tyres going around down there. I just hadn't quite got it into gear before. Self-centers all on its own apparently. So yeah, I can kind of turn around and have a conversation with you here. It's fine. That is your super low, but should be good for acceleration, as long as you don't want to go any faster than 1.6 kilometers an hour. So we're doing 1 mile an hour at 1350 revs apparently. That is yeah, that's quite hilarious. Let's go for second and clunk clunk clunk, a few clicks up the range. Oh, that's a more realistic gear for getting about. Now we're up to 5 kilometers an hour at 1270 RPM. Shall we see if we can get the rear wiper to play? Where was the switch? There it is. Oh, there we go. That's quite a good sweep on that one, I'd say. It's a shame there's no screen wash, but that's old tractors for you. Gonna see if I can pick up this log. So let's put it into forward. Oh. Oh, this is difficult. I can barely see the log. Need to come down. I don't know what that means. And down. Right, okay. Have I got it? Ah, wrong way. Oh, there we go. Hey, I've got me a log. Right. Gonna go back in a slightly taller gear, I think. And we're going to dump it in Nick's garden, because who wouldn't do gardening with a tractor? So I'm still in highest second gear there, and we're still crawling along, but More forwards needed. How are we doing, Nick? I can't see you, Nick. Watch your toes. Oh. And we're good. There we go. I just used a tractor to do gardening. Best day ever. I've actually decided to let Nick tackle this one because this one's a bit of an awkward shape. So I think a little more experience with the torture devices may be in order. Oh no, he's coming for me. Look at that manoeuvrability. Oh, he's going straight in for mainline attack. Got to get under that first branch there. There we go. Ah, tricky. Well, that's cheating. I could have just dragged it like that, Nick. Can he get under it more? That branch. Tractors are fun. You can make trees dance. All of the wheels. I was trying to break branches off with the tractor, I think. Oh, that's a beautiful piece of art. Yeah, I couldn't do that if I tried. That's a beautiful piece of art, yeah. Yeah, try and get it in the garden like that. Oh, he's going in for full battering ram. Down she goes. Ah, that looks more grabbable. Oh, look at that. That's the experience there. That's the difference. Got the working dogs in the background. They'll be coming out to do some work later. Best day at work ever. Oh, I was going to see where he's going to put it. Oh, he's coming here. To join that one we put in earlier. Oh, it's just beautiful, beautiful. I'm not really sure of the point of the art, but it's impressive nonetheless. Well done, McCormick. So there you go, that was a clueless townie driving a tractor, and I managed not to crash it, so that's always good. And yeah, certainly very interesting. There's a lot going on in there. So yeah, I'm not Harry's farm just yet, but that was an interesting experience nonetheless. Yeah, a fine way to spend the day. So I shall say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Professional, just like HubNut.